third time's a charm. Please don't conk out on me again this time. So we're back. We're back with part 3 of this. And I have officially been booted from my stream and my game because of my shitty Wi-Fi twice now. And I'm hoping it doesn't happen for a third time. But you never know. Knowing my luck, I'm probably going to get booted again, now that I'm thinking about it. But I at the very least, want to defeat Father Gascoigne. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make the stream last all the way until 7 o'clock. I would like for it to, but I know that it's probably not going to. But I, at the very least, want to beat Father Gascoigne before I end the stream today. And I think having, like, 3 episodes of, like, 10 to 11 minutes might be okay. It's not ideal, but, you know, it's better than nothing, I guess. And I don't want to just have a day where I don't do anything, because I want, like... I want my streaming schedule to be consistent. I want it to be like a set day, a set amount of time. Because I have another job right now, and I spend more time on. I've been working there for about like five years, yeah. But I want to spend time on this too, because I want this to become a thing I do regularly. Even if nothing, like, comes out of it, because I'm having fun. When the Wi-Fi doesn't conk out on me and I get into a groove, I do genuinely enjoy myself, you know? Like, yesterday when I did my Undertale stream, I had so much fun doing that. And when I was doing my Okami stream on Wednesday, I had so much fun with that too. And it's like, you know, I'm thinking back to myself, I'm like, when was the last time I felt this genuinely happy about something that I was doing? And I was like, huh, it's been a really long time. And I know that sounds kind of sad, but at the same time, this is something I'm doing for fun. Because I love games, and I want to be able to find a way to, you know, enjoy them, but at the same time, make a living. And, you know, I can... Obviously, learning how to make games and learning how to produce them is an option as well, and I would like to do that in some capacity eventually, because I have all these ideas for these different stories that I came up with, but I don't really know how to publish the ideas, because I have no experience with, like, actual writing. But, I mean, I guess I could tell you guys the story now, and it wouldn't really, you know... It's just a recording, so... But at the same time, I'm, like, the most paranoid, anxious person in the world, so I tell you guys about my story, even if you don't, like, something's gonna happen, or, like, you know, somebody's gonna steal my ideas, and... But, at the same time, I'm like, come on, that's too much, you know? Like, there's being cautious, and there's being, like, too cautious. Oh, shit. Okay. Hold on. I gotta kill these guys. Okay. But, you know what? There's nobody even watching me right now, and... I feel like I'm not going to get any actual watchers for a while, so I'm just going to talk and get the story, the content of the story out, you know, just to have it be out. So the series, also, none of these, like, names are final. I'm probably going to change them as the story progresses and matures. But basically the central focal point of the story is that it's set on a fictional planet, and the placeholder name for the planet is called Titan. And the planet is occupied by primarily demons, but the demons are basically stand-ins for humans, and the demons are the dominant intelligent life of the planet, and they live inside of these closed off settlements that have electrified walls around the settlements, and the electrified walls are actually there to protect the demons from the monsters that live outside. And the monsters on Titan are basically the equivalent of the animals on the planet, because there are no actual like normal animals on Titan. All of the animals are fictional animals, so you won't find any like birds or like normal dogs. You'll find hellhounds and phoenixes and like leviathans and mermaids, but not like the human mermaids, the more like cannibalistic like animal mermaids, like the terrifying ones that eat flesh for a living. And so what the demons did is they created these settlements that are protected by these walls that are electrified by the natural energy that exists within the planet, and it keeps the monsters away. And they also travel from settlement to settlement by these by these railways, and the railways are also I think it was electrified, or they have this special like vibration quality that scares the monsters off. Like it messes with their hearing, and it makes them like be too scared to get close, so they just kind of like steer clear of the railways. And so all of the settlements are connected by these railways, and the energy that they use is called spiritual essence. Again, it's a placeholder name. I'm probably going to change it eventually, but spiritual essence is basically an energy that can be found in the flora and fauna of the planet, and it can be siphoned from the bodies of monsters, living or dead, and it can also be siphoned from plants and dirt. And the demons use the energy to both power their walls and their railways, and they also use it to power their weaponry. And the weaponry in the series is called spirit tech. And there's two different types of spirit tech. There is regular spirit tech, like everyday uses, like the railways and the walls, and then there's weapon spirit tech, which is stuff like, you know, like flamethrowers that use spiritual essence, and like what else? Gatling guns that shoot arrows imbued with spiritual essence. So it's kind of like magic weaponry in a sense. And spiritual essence basically serves as the stand-in for like magical energy, but there really isn't any like major magic system in the world. Most of the demons use like technology, and the feel of the series has a very like steampunk-esque vibe. And it's very similar to the design of Final Fantasy IX, specifically like... Sorry, that was loud. The design of the city of Lindblum. Speaking of which, I love Final Fantasy IX. That's another one of my favorite games, and I would love to play that one again. Oh shit. Oh god. Oh, I missed. Sorry. But yeah, I would love to play Final Fantasy IX again. The problem is that I have it on my Switch, and I can't stream from my Switch yet. I will be able to eventually. Once I get a capture card, I will be able to stream from my Switch. It would be easier if the Switch just had a direct broadcast option like the PS4 does. But what was I saying? Yeah, so the feel of the design in the series is very very reminiscent of like the city of Lindblum from Final Fantasy IX, and the city that Laura comes from. Laura? What was her name? Laura Balaki from... I can't remember what her name is, but the city that Lara comes from in his Dark Materials. It has a very, like, you know...
A hunter,
Hold
are
on.
you?
I've been talking over
And
most
an
of the
outsider.
NPCs, but I do not
Unless
want to
you've
talk
been
over
caught.
Eileen.
And tonight of all nights,
We must listen to Eileen.
to welcome the new hunter. Prepare yourself for the worst. There are no humans left.
Is Eileen
They're all
waifu?
flesh-hungry beasts now.
Is Eileen waifu material? Yeah, I think she is. But Eileen is waifu material for me in the same way that I'm trying to think of an example. Eileen is waifu material for me in the same way that Sypha from Castlevania is waifu material. It's not because of their looks, even though Sypha is extremely attractive. It's more so because of their personalities. And it's definitely because of her personality in the case of Eileen, because we don't really have any idea what she actually looks like underneath her mask,
A hunter
which
loved by a few beasts.
does add a bit of mystique to her character,
No matter.
but it's more so because of her personality.
In our hearts,
You
a
know,
little different from the beasts themselves.
for both of them, it's like you admire them because of how like strong they are. You know,
Enough trembling
you're
in
like,
your
oh
boots.
man,
Oh,
you're a badass, and I really respect that, you know? That's why I never understood why people, like, don't like it when females are strong. Like, what is there not to like? Like, when females are, like, strong and they take charge, that's hot. I don't care what you say, that's super hot. Like, I know a bunch of people got upset when they released Samus's design for Ultimate, for Smash Bros. Ultimate. They were like, oh, Samus is she's too muscular. I'm like, my dude, what the hell are you talking about? She looks like 10 times hotter now. Like, I don't understand what people's obsession with, like, females are supposed to be, like, dainty and, like, super girly. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with girls being super dainty. If that's what they want to be, then that's entirely okay. But at the same time, if the girls want to be more tomboyish and badass, that's also okay. Because there's nothing wrong with either one of those things. On top of the fact that, I don't know about you guys, but when girls are muscular, it's actually really attractive. Like, I'm not talking about like Sakura levels of muscular, even though Sakura from Danganronpa is a babe. I don't care what anybody says, she is a babe. I'm talking about, like, the Mirako from My Hero Academia, like, Yoriichi from Bleach, like, the toned, like the leg muscles, and they have, like, a little bit of, like, abs, and they have biceps, but, like the slender, like, agile bicep thing. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? I mean, come on, I don't care who you are, that's hot. That's just hot. It just is. I don't know what else to say. But yeah, I like Eileen a lot. She's very cool. Let me see. It's like that Joe Cat video. You know, it's like, I like big girls and all that. And I completely agree with him. I don't have any one type of girl that I prefer the most. I do like strong women quite a bit, but I mean, you know, I think about it, and I think about all my, like, fictional crushes, and it really does have a range. How the hell do I get down from here? Do I just have to jump? I'm gonna take some hella damage if I do. Ow. Just broke my shins. I'm trying to think back, like, cartoon and video game characters that I had a crush on. Oh! Carmelita Fox. I was talking about Sly 2 in the second part of the stream before I got cut off. I was talking about Sly Cooper, and Carmelita Fox is a perfect example of what I was just talking about. She is a crack shot with a pistol. She's a badass. She's probably one of the only good cops in the entire history of existence. And she's still hot. I mean, like, what more could you want? You know? I always liked Carmelita. When I was younger, I had a huge crush on her. I completely understood why Sly was always flirting with her. But I'm trying to think of some others. I had a crush on Kira from Jak and Daxter. I had a crush on... What was the name of the girl from Ratchet and Clank? Not the original trilogy, but the future trilogy. What was her name? The girl with the brown hair and the red headband? Addison or Tennyson or something like that? Speaking of Tennyson, when I was a teenager, I had a huge crush on Gwen from Ben 10. Like, obviously I don't anymore because, you know. But when I was a teenager and I was the same age as her, I had a huge crush on her. Especially, like, post-time skip when she had, like, the magic powers and she, like, grew up a little. Oh my god. Yes, please. I'm trying to think of who else. You can't fool me, little swamp men. You think I don't know you're alive? Waiting to slap me in the ass? Get wrecked. Who else? I had a crush on Elizabeth from BioShock Infinite. Which is another one of my favorite games that I would love to play. Both the first BioShock and BioShock Infinite. I love both of them. BioShock 2... I don't hate BioShock 2. I don't think it's terrible. I do think BioShock 2 has a good story. It has its merits. It's just not quite on the same level of storytelling in terms of, like, when you compare it to the other two games. Like, the stories of BioShock 1 and BioShock Infinite are, like, almost perfect. And then when you factor Burial at Sea into it, like, BioShock 1, Infinite, and Burial at Sea almost form, like, the perfect trilogy of, like, story, because it's a whole, like, a loop. You play BioShock, you get the story of Rapture, the story of Jack, the story of Frank Fontaine, and then you go into BioShock Infinite, and you get the backstory for Columbia, and Comstock, and Booker, and Elizabeth, and then and then at the end of Infinite, you get this reveal that all of these universes and all of these timelines are connected, and the worlds of Rapture and Columbia exist alongside one another. They're just in different universes. And at the same time, they're connected because Elizabeth played a major role in the story of Rapture. We were just never able to see it because Frank Fontaine killed Elizabeth before the story of BioShock 1 could happen. So when you play all of them in that order, it almost forms like a perfect loop. You start with one, you go into Infinite, Elizabeth goes forward in time through her rifts, she influences the events of 1, and then the end of Burial at Sea sets up the story that you see the aftermath of in BioShock 1. But the story of BioShock 2 doesn't really feel like it feeds into the story of the other games, really. You know, it's like, it's still good, but it almost feels like an afterthought, you know? It feels like, for me, it personally feels like the same thing with the Mass Effect games. I remember, I think I said this when I was playing... I told Al this while I was playing Mass Effect 3, I believe, the first time. I told him the Mass Effect trilogy feels like it was so well thought out. It feels like it was so well planned. And Andromeda doesn't feel like that at all. The reason I think so many people dislike Andromeda is because it doesn't feel like it was a story that a creator wanted to tell. It felt like something that a corporation came up with in order to appeal to as many people as possible. And that's just not as interesting as, like, an actual story that someone was interested in telling, you know? Like, Mass Effect 1, Mass Effect 2, and Mass Effect 3 all feel like one big, long story that was told over the course of, like, 3 games. And Mass Effect Andromeda doesn't feel like that. With Mass Effect, the original trilogy, it feels like it was a passion project that someone created because they really had a story that they wanted to tell their audience. And with Andromeda, it feels like it was a story that they were forced to come up with because they had a mandate given to them by a corporation where they said, oh hey, we want to make more money off the Mass Effect name, make another game or you're fired. And that's just not a good environment to make actually good stories. It's not a good creative environment to make anything that's actually appealing, you know? It feels more like... I'm waiting for the boulder. Is the boulder not coming? Where's the boulder? Is it because they already saw me? So they already threw the boulder? That's lame. I wanted to see the boulder again. Come on, throw the boulder. Do it. Well, I mean, don't throw the boulder. I don't actually want you to. I just... Get wrecked. Oh, I missed the visceral! Come on. Are you serious? I was trying to go for the visceral, but I didn't get it. Damn it. Alright, well. Anyway, that's the ladder I went up earlier. But yeah. I don't know. What else? We were talking about... Oh, yeah, we were talking about, Telltale. We were talking about The Wolf Among Us and the Walking Dead series. And that's actually another series that I would like to play, because I actually haven't ever played... I actually haven't ever played the entirety of the Walking Dead BioShock, the Walking Dead games, Telltale's Walking Dead games. I played the first season, and I played half of the second season, and I've played The Wolf Among Us. But I never finished it. I finished season 1, I saw Lee's death, and I cried over it, because it was really, really sad. And I saw, I played Season 2 up to the end of Episode 3, and I never finished it. The last thing I remember playing for Telltale's Walking Dead was, the last thing I remember seeing was oh, this is the boss fight with Father Gascoigne. The last thing I remember seeing was Carver, the character voiced by Michael Madsen. I remember him getting killed by Kenny, and I remember his girlfriend, Sarita, getting bit and then having to get her hand cut off by Clementine. Or at least that's what I chose in my playthrough. I was like, okay, you got bit, it's gonna come off, and I sliced her hand off with Clementine's axe. But that's the last thing I remember. I haven't seen anything past that point. So I would be interested to go back and play it and actually see how Season 2 ends and see what happens in Seasons 3 and 4. Because I've heard season 3 was okay. I heard it wasn't great, but I heard season 4 was really good. I heard the final season was really good. So I would be interested to see how Clementine's story ends, because I've always really liked her character a lot. So okay, here we go. I want to save at the do I want to return to Hunter's Dream? Do I have enough blood echoes to even level up? Yeah, let's go back either way, just in case. So I would be interested to finish The Walking Dead Telltale. Don't do it. Fucking shit. God damn it. Oh, okay, we're back. Oh, thank God. Alright, I thought it had cut me off again. Ugh, Jesus.
Welcome home, good hunt. What is it?
Okay.
Very well,
Let's do... I have 82 strength. I mean, I think I'm good. Maybe I should do... endurance? Let's do endurance, why not? Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. This is not my first playthrough of the game, obviously, because I'm level 232. This is my New Game Plus playthrough.
May you...
How you doing? You having a good day so far? You played this game before? It's okay, take your time. There's no rush. I just started streaming like 3 weeks ago, so it's not very refined. I'm direct broadcasting through my PS4, so, you know. Yeah. Let's see. I've played The Wolf Among Us. Yeah, multiple times. I think I played it like 3 times? 4 times? 3 times. I played it 3 times, I believe. I went to the wrong lantern. I meant to go to the other one. My bad. They still didn't add in an option for you to transport between lanterns. It's unfortunate. Where'd the doll go? Oh, is she up by the Hunter's Nightmare headstone? Yeah, there she is. Hey!
Welcome home, good hunter. What is it you desire? Ah, the little one. They speak. Farewell, May.
I don't mean to cut you off. I have a lot of stuff that I need to do, so... So I need to go to Central Yarnum. There we go. Yarnum! I need to make sure to equip the music box so that I don't get completely wrecked by Father Gascoigne. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, my original series. So like I said, the intelligent life forms of Titan are demons. The animals of Titan are basically monsters. The demons use spiritual essence, which is essentially energy, to power their spirit tech machines, which they use to defend themselves against the demons, or against the monsters, by using them as weapons and using them as, like, common, like, tools, like the walls and the railways. So Titan actually has a powerful governmental body that is called the Global Triad. And the Global Triad is a alliance of 3 different kingdoms that... Whoa, they're all still alive. Wow. That New Game Plus juice really does some wonders for their health, huh? They survived a head-on flaming boulder. That's amazing. Let me equip the music box real quick. Where is it? There it is. Okay. So, yeah. So, wow, what the fuck was I saying? Story of my life. I can't even remember what the hell was going on. Come on! I can't do the visceral attack on the stairs? Is that what it is? I guess so. I mean, that really wouldn't make any sense, I guess. Does it make sense? Not really. I'm not interested in fighting this guy.